Tracking the numbers of a small business. Hello everyone, this is Jesse Alcaraz. I teach people accounting, business, and financial literacy concepts. And for this video, tuturuan ko po kayo kung paano mag-lay down ng magandang foundation para sa mga small businesses nyo. Kung kakaumpisa mo pa lang or bago ka pa lang sa entrepreneurship journey, you are actually in a good place to lay down a better foundation para sa business mo so that number one, you will be informed kung ano ba talaga ang nangyayari sa business mo. Number two, you can address properly kung ano yung mga problema. And then number four, you will have a better chance of scaling your business in a manner na hindi siya magiging mas complicated as you scale it up. So for this video, meron lang pong 4 na bagay na kailangan natin in order to start tracking the numbers para sa ating small businesses. Number 1 is the petty cash fund. Number 2, the expenses, list of expenses. Number 3, cash count. And then number 4, the sales and expenses tracker. So I'll be explaining all of this 4, and then later we will be having a demonstration sa iPad ko kung paano siya ginagawa. First one is the petty cash fund. So it is important na kahit maliit pa lang yung business mo, you will implement a petty cash fund or a change fund before mag-start yung operation mo each day. So, ang pinaka-purpose ng petty cash fund or ng change fund is to have a certain level of money, ideally barya, so that meron kang pambili ng mga maliliit na expenses or magamit mo din pang sukli sa mga customers mo kasi wala pang pera yung kaha mo. So, in case na may magbayad ng malaking bill, wala kang pang sukli if ever. And then, kung meron ka ding ganito, it prevents or it minimizes yung kukuha ka ng sarili mong pera, gagamitin pang sukli, and then there's a good chance na makalimutan mo na may nahalo palang personal na money dun sa kaha, or baka makalimutan mo na meron kang kinuha dun and then hindi siya na ibalik. So again, we want to avoid commingling on funds. That is why as much as possible, establish na tayo ng petty cash fund para may laman talaga at the start of the day. As much as possible, yung petty cash fund na yan, fix yung amount. So if you will be setting it at 500, dapat 500 talaga yan every day or until ma-replenish mo siya. Number 2 is the list of expenses. So wala po talaga tayong work around on this. We really have to list down our expenses within the day. So kung hindi ka naman naglilista ng expenses, at the very least, kapag ka bumibili ka from other vendors, suppliers, or merchants, yung resibo, okay, kinikip mo, tinatago mo, para instead of ilista mo isa-isa, meron kang mga resibo as your source document for your expenses. Number 3 is the cash count at the end of the day. So every end of your day, of your operation, bibilangin mo kung magkano yung pera, cash on hand mo, or cash on hand, or kung tumatanggap ka ng GCash or bank transfer. So regardless kung bank transfer, GCash, or cash on hand, we will just be treating all of those things as cash. So, ito-total mo lahat ng perang natanggap mo within the day, ibabawas mo yung petty cash fund, and then i-add mo pabalik yung expenses mo. Again cash on hand mo, dito sa pinakababa kasi last amount yan. Add back the expenses, and then bawas mo rin yung petty cash fund. So, kung ano yung result, that is actually your sales within the day, your gross sales. So kung napansin nyo, sa tutorial na ito, sa demonstration na ito, hindi natin nililista yung sales. Bakit? Kasi for most small businesses, impractical talaga na ililista. Kasi marami marami yung volume. So, and most of the time, sa mga maliliit na business, yung owner lang din naman yung cashier tsaka tagahawak ng pera. So, hindi masyadong, wala masyadong, how do I say it? Hindi kailangan ng sobrang daming controls. So, hindi natin nililista, pero kino-compute natin, wini-work back natin to get the sales within the day. And then, so okay na, meron na tayong source documents for our expenses. Na-compute na natin din yung sales because of our cash count. And then, establish na natin yung petty cash. So, ang dalawang to, the expenses and the sales, will now be summarized or entered into our sales and expenses tracker, which meron akong ginawa and you can avail it, you can download it. And paano siya i-download, saan siya kukunin, later tuturuan ko kayo. So, without further ado, let us go into our iPad para ma-demonstrate ko na mas mabuti yung gusto kong i-discuss sa inyo. We will be demonstrating yung sinasabi ko kanina through this transaction. So take note, ngayon is June 10. Ayan, 6/10. So again, number 1, we should have our petty cash fund. Number 2, we should also be having our expense list. Or kung hindi ka naman nakakapaglista, at the very least, kinikip mo yung mga expense receipts mo. Receipts and invoices. And of course, number 3, meron ka i-implement na cash count. And then number 4, meron kang tracker. So let us assume na within the day, June 10, meron tayong 500 pesos na petty cash. So barya ito or mga small bills na magagamit natin for small purchases or pwede ding pangsukli. So ayan. And then number 2, meron tayong ganitong transactions. Meron tayong 50 pesos for transpo. Meron tayong nagastong 100 for supplies. And then mga miscellaneous items na 100 din. Miscellaneous items. Okay. And then, pag cash count natin at the end of the day, umabot yung pera natin to, sabihin na natin, 4,300 pesos. Okay, cash on hand ito. Cash on hand, or it might also include GCash or bank transfer. But the point is, at the end of the day, ito yung total ng pera natin. But hindi pa ito yung i-record natin. So, sa cash on hand natin, we will be adding back our expenses amounting to 250. Kasi itong 4,300 na to, this is already net of the amount. Meaning, nabawasan na ito ng expenses. So, ibabalik natin si expenses and then, ibabawas natin yung 500 na petty cash fund natin. So, again, cash on hand, ibabalik yung expense and then ibabawas yung petty cash. Therefore, meron na lang tayong, okay, mali. Magkano ba to? 4,000, it's 3. Sorry. Ayusin natin. 4,000, hindi 4,050. 4,050 to. 4,050. So, 3,550. Okay? So, 3,550. Ano to? This is actually our sales within the day. So, take note if you can remember, hindi tayo naglilista ng sales natin. The only time that we will know how much is our sales is pagdating ng katapusan ng araw wherein meron ng cash on hand based on our cash count. Meron na ring expenses and of course, ibabawas natin yung initial petty cash fund natin at the start of the day. So, yung pinaka-crucial na mga factors dito or mga items dito is ito, And then ito. Meron na tayong figures. So these are actually the items na mga lalabas sa daily report natin. So ito yung ginagawa natin sa daily report. If merong overage or merong cash shortage, then you also have to include those things. But for the purpose of this discussion, let us just assume na balance. Walang overage, walang shortage. So after that, ipapasok na natin ang mga items na ito sa ating sales and expenses tracker. So how do you do that? Saan natin yan hahanapin? Just go to our website. Ayun, meron na tayong website. Just go to alcarazaccounting.com and makikita nyo na dito yung ating landing page na ginawa natin last time. So hanapin nyo lang yung green button. Ito, Get Free Tracker. Just click this button. And then, merong Google form na lalabas, and after filling out the Google form, you will now have an access to the tracker. Nandito siya. When you click this link, lalabas na yung tracker. Okay? However, hindi yan na tracker yung gagawin natin because I have a separate tracker. Sino ba yun? Ito ba yun? Ayun. So, paano gamitin ang tracker? On the summary sheet, we will just be encoding dito column A. Column A lang yung gagalawin nyo dito. Encode nyo lang yung mga accounts na gusto nyong i-track. Sales, supplies, transportation, and other expenses. So you can have as many items here. Depende na sa inyo kung gaano kalaki or gaano complicated yung business nyo. Again, column A lang yung galawin nyo. And then, sa daily transaction sheet, dito natin ipapasok yung mga transactions natin from our daily report. So, ano ngayon? 6, 10, 2026. Yan. So, copy na lang natin. Copy and then paste. Since meron tayong 4 transactions. So, on the first one, so kung ano yung sinulat natin dun sa kabilang sheet, lalabas yun dito sa drop-down. So, meron tayong sales, meron tayong supplies, meron tayong transpo, and then meron tayong other expenses. Okay? Amount, 3,550. Sa supplies naman, ano nga yung supplies natin? 50. 3,550, supplies 100, others 100, and then transfer 50. Okay? Supplies 100. Transpo 50. And then, other expenses 100 din. Ayan. So, we're done encoding our transactions dito sa tracker. So, after that, okay na. We just go back to our summary and choose the appropriate month and year. Ba't walang lumalabas? May lalabas dapat dito eh. Palitan na lang natin. It's 6. Okay. Ayan. So, supposedly may lalabas dyan. I don't know anong problema ng iPad na to. So, these are the transactions or the summary for June 2026. Ayan. Sales natin, 3,550. Supplies, 100. Transportation, 50. Other expense, 100. So, if you notice, wala siyang formula na mag-plus and minus the sales and then the expenses. So, intentional talaga yan so that we can add as many accounts here. Kasi at the same time, madali lang naman gumawa ng other formula. So kung hanggang dito ka lang, kunwari, you can create a formula wherein ibabawas mo yung total expenses sa total sales. And meron ding link dito to the video that contains the tutorial kung paano gamitin yung sheet. So, if you click this one, maklik ba to? Ayun. So, So, pupunta yan dun sa video.
A simple sales
Yan. So, ayun. That's it. Pansit. I hope I was able to bring value sa inyo. And sana ma-encourage ko din kayo or mabigyan kayo ng idea on how to lay down a better foundation for your small businesses. Kasi kiniklaim talaga natin na yung mga maliliit na business natin ngayon is lalaki yan. And by the time na lalaki na siya, hindi na tayo makaka-experience ng sobrang complicated na mga accounting process na hindi nagtutugma-tugma, mahirap siyang ayusin because we have started with a good foundation. So kato lang and mayang hapon sa tanan.